Hey, good morning on the last Sunday of March 2025. My name is Anna Angelova. I'm a business coach and consultant and a co host of this podcast, More Than Just Task Management, where we help you create a thriving business. And here today with me, I have Joris Minusmand again, who is back in Canada. Good morning, Joris.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Anna. Did you say last day of March? Tomorrow is that.
Last Sunday
That's
of
Sunday.
March.
Okay. I'm still having hearing problems, so from the flight. Good to see everyone. Good to be home. As freezing as it is, I really don't care. I love being home. Uh, it's always what is it? Uh, they say no matter where it is, home is where you're comfortable and happy, and of course.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no place like home. That's very
There is
true.
no place like home. It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Well, now that I have you here, last Sunday we talked about the quarterly review. Like we talked about looking back at the quarter and seeing what worked, what didn't work.
Mm,
And today we will actually continue with the next part, which is the quarterly planning. So, naturally, after you review the past 3 months, what you want to
mm,
do is look forward. Okay, so based on what happened in this case Q1 of 2025, let's plan for Q2. And this is a great opportunity to realign and see whether what you planned in the beginning, whether it's still applicable,
mm,
whether you're still on track, or if you need to make any changes going forward.
mm. That's for Q2, and that also there may be some residual from Q1 that you may be close, just a little delayed. You need to add those to your planning as well to make sure that Q1 goals are either realigned or achieved, right?
And this is a great point. And one of
Yeah.
the things we also do, and again, the quarterly review and planning, this can be, it's one process in a way. Although we are discussing it in different episodes, it's one process. And one of the things that we do is looking, as we looked back at Q1, like we find out, okay, what's working, what's not working, what needs to change, which means how it translates to the planning is that looking forward for the next 3 months. What are the things that we will keep on doing, the things that are working and the things that we will double down on even, right? The 80
Do
20
more of,
rule.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what are the things that we actually want to stop doing? And again,
Mm,
one of the key themes, something that we have been discussing a lot uh, in other episodes as well, is simplicity, trimming things. We forget
mm,
that one of the best ways for us to succeed and achieve more is by actually doing less. So, what are the things that we want to stop doing? That they're not working, they're
mm,
not relevant anymore. They might
mm,
have helped us get to where we are now, but they will not help us to where we want to go forward.
mm,
So, what are the things we need to stop doing? And then, what are things that we need to start doing, right? What are the things that
mm,
we are not doing and we need to start? And what might need to be tweaked a little bit, right? Like we want to continue doing it,
mm,
but like test different approaches, things like this. So this is a great framework that
mhm.
we use and helps us really realign and think forward in a very constructive way.
Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Totally agree. It's do more of what works and do none or less of what doesn't work. And even the ones that did work, make sure that are again alignment with your goals, right? Whether it's quarterly or BHAG or your 3 to 5 year goal, you make sure you're aligned. Yeah, it's very important.
Absolutely. And the thing is that, again, as I mentioned, what helped you get here might not help you get to where you want to go, right? So
Mm,
the fact that something was working before doesn't mean it will keep on being the thing that you need to do.
mm,
And then the other thing I wanted to mention is that ultimately what we do as part of the quarterly planning is set a milestone, right? Okay, so where do we want to be by the end of the quarter? And then we also break it down into months as well. Like, okay, for the 3 months ahead, okay, if we want to be there by the end of the quarter,
mhm,
then what are the monthly steps, milestones, goals, whatever you want to call them? So this is something that we do, and that's it. Like, we don't plan every single week, every single day as part of the quarterly planning. The quarterly planning is still a higher level planning that actually also allows us to look back at our mission and purpose, our core values, our BHAG, right? That big, hairy, audacious goal we're working towards that we're achieving in the next 2-3 years, right? So this is a time to realign and really touch base again with the basics. Go back to, okay, why are we doing this? Like, what's the purpose of it all? And spark the fire again, right? Like, find motivation and inspiration again.
And it's also the celebrate what you achieved, right? To get that fire going, fuel that fire, right? You look back and say, the last quarter I achieved more than I did 2 years prior to that, and that should be a motivation because you did it the right way. You planned it, you followed strict frameworks, and you did it. The 20/80 rule, there's so many things we talked about, and this is when you see the result and you celebrate the result, and you use it as a fuel for the next quarter. Or if I achieve certain percentage this quarter, I want to double that. I want to 10x that. And these quarterly 10x's will, at the end, it will 10x your entire business, which probably was what you started as a goal.
Love it, love it, love it. We forget to celebrate so much. Like, we keep on focusing, okay, what's ahead, and celebrations are so important. And if it's only you, like, celebrate yourself, find ways to tap yourself on the shoulder. And then if you have a team, remember to celebrate them, because no matter what, like, you put so much effort, like you did so much in the past quarter. And I love what you were saying, how celebrating the success so far, it drives us in a way. That the idea of the carrot and the stick. So we need both, and having that motivation of, oh wow, look how we are celebrated from achieving this. Let's move forward. Let's keep on achieving more so we can celebrate more.
Yeah,
Love
absolutely.
it.
Sooner, faster. Yeah, it is the fuel for the fire that you need to get to the next level. Yeah. Yeah. So
next level. Yeah. And
what is for the next week? What are we doing for this week?
Well, we don't really have a plan for the week ahead. We would think about what kind of conversations we will have moving forward.
Maybe the audience can help us if anyone is listening. If you're watching this later on a videotape, please come and comment. Let us know what is it that you're again, not necessarily pain point. It's your aspiration, your goal. What do you want to achieve that, and how we can help. Sometimes you even know the what's causing you to stop and not be able to move forward, and you just need someone to give you a perspective on how to get out of that rut, right? So yeah, comment on it. Let us know what we're here for you. So we share what we share based on what we think and what helped us. But it would really be helpful if you guys let us know. What do you want to talk about? Right?
Yeah, and actually one of the things that I just got an idea about is that as part of our quarterly planning, you see that this is a little bit of a a little bit of us doing things live in front of you as well, right? But I was just thinking that why not as part of the quarterly planning, why not plan the content for the next quarter? Like, at least high level. It doesn't have to be all the details, but at least high level, the topics that we talk about on the podcast, the topics on the social media like LinkedIn, and the daily postings we have there, right? Plan the content as part of our quarterly planning. Like, this is one of the things we can do, so we know what's ahead, and then it's just a matter of implementing it, right? Then it's just a matter of doing the thing. So this is something we'll discuss offline after the call, because we are doing our quarterly review and planning shortly, and this is actually something that we might want to do this.
Sounds good. Practice what you preach, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, and this is the other thing for the quarterly review and planning in general, make it your process, right? We're just sharing some things that we are doing and that we think we want to do, but ultimately make it your process. And the key things about this is that it allows you to, so it ultimately allows you to step back, give yourself the space and the time to step back from the daily grind and realign, refocus, like we were saying with the plane, right? Make sure you're going in the right direction. And it allows you to prepare for success. And yes, no plan survives contact with the enemy. I don't know who said this, but it's kind of true. But then also, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So there is a lot of value in the planning process itself. So make it yours. Absolutely. Do things differently, add something, remove something, as long as it works for you, as long as it's something that you will be doing every single quarter, it's awesome. Like, done is better than perfect, right? Like we want to have something, even if it's just a little bit, we want to have something. So remember, make it yours. And this doesn't just apply for the quarterly reviewing and planning, it applies to everything we're sharing. But because today is the topic is quarterly planning, I just wanted to make sure that I bring this point as well.
Good point. Great point.
Well, more than enough for a Sunday.
More than enough, especially on a icy Sunday like we're having.
Icy Sunday, yeah. So happy quarterly reviewing and planning if you haven't done this, if you're doing it like us in the last moment. And if not, have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And we'll be back live on the Plandor channel on YouTube tomorrow morning, 7:30-ish, 8 o'clock-ish Eastern time, Toronto, Eastern US and Canada time. And if you're listening anywhere on the podcast platforms, remember to subscribe. Even on YouTube, like subscribe, share, comment. Feel free to engage, and we're looking forward to hearing from you. We love hearing from you, and George, like you were saying, understanding how we can bring even more value in these conversations that we are having.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Anna. Have a great Sunday.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.